Hello. Welcome to stream. I'm not doing a phase in time at this moment because I am hungry and I want cucumber salad. I don't actually want cucumber salad, but that's what I'm having today for lunch dinner. I just got off of work. I wake up really late, so it's just how it is at the moment. Today I woke up really late anyway. I woke up at, what is it? Like noon? I woke up at noon today. But I have an excuse as to why, okay? So don't come at me right now. The reason I woke up so late is because I was up really late. Heyo, right? Best reason ever. So I was up until I think 5 yesterday. 'Cause I'm healthy. So, yeah, kicking ass, taking names. Gonna chop this cucumber. Awesome. Yeah, it was a long weekend, okay? Let me just say that. First off, this knife does not smell clean. I had my housewarming party this weekend, which was great. A friend of mine bartended and everything. It was awesome. I've never had a party where somebody was bartending. That was a new experience for me. I mean, it's not like I live in like this crazy fancy apartment. I just happen to have a friend who's a bartender who likes to do it for fun. So that's very convenient for me because then I get to, have nice cocktails at my party. Hello, Lorenzo. I know, cooking stream with Violet. Shit. I keep messing this up. Anyway, yeah, cooking stream with XP. That's what I said. Yeah, I'm just making a quick snack for myself because I only have breakfast so far. I know, Lorenzo, I know, okay? I gotta get myself under control. Okay, I'm chopping cucumber right now. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm talking about my housewarming party. So, it was a success. I think 12 people showed up, which was a lot more than I was expecting, including plus ones. So not everybody that showed up was invited. God damn parties, I swear. I should have been a bouncer at the door and been like, hey, you were not invited to this party. Though I told everyone to bring plus ones because I was like, if nobody brings a plus one, this is going to be one of the saddest parties ever. No, it's my party. So, hell yeah. I know, it's so hard, Lorenzo. It's so hard being so popular. So, my apartment's not very big, just so you know. And, so literally the seating situation is everyone just sitting on my bed. That was it. That's what we did. We sat on my bed. We went to a Chinese restaurant beforehand, and then after, yeah, everyone just sat down and was like, wow, this is a great. I was like, just flatter me, please. And they were like, you got it, dude. In true Mary-Kate and Ashley fashion, everybody was like, I will flatter you. I will tell you you're doing a great job. Fantastic work on having an apartment. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, hell yeah. So, yeah, that's what happened. I'm trying to think. Did anything crazy happen at this party? Not really. A friend of mine brought a Tinder date to the party. That was pretty exciting. They will probably not be going on a second date, as far as I could tell about the person's attitude about the date. But that's okay. Sometimes it's just not meant to be. Tinder it has a very high success rate. But, I know, like, it's about 85% of Tinder dates end up married, right? That's about right, right? Those are the stats. I don't know, Lorenzo. You're gonna have to fact check on this because I'm not 100% sure on this. They're 85%. There's an 85% chance that they're gonna get married 65% of the time. You know, so all of the other times it's just like, maybe not. I don't know. I don't use dating apps. Not that I'm above it. I'm just saying that I don't use it because I don't know. 85% is too high. You know, I'm not ready to get married yet. Almost 14% of online daters get married to someone they met on a dating site or app. See, I know, but Tinder's just different, Lorenzo. It just hits different, you know, because people go in with this expectation of really finding love, Lorenzo. They really want to find the love of their life. They go in and they say, you know, ASL. I think this is an old internet joke. I don't know if you've ever heard of somebody asking ASL. But people used to ask that a lot, especially when I was really young. Like back in the Omegle days. Some people call it Omegle, but Omegle. And it's so awkward and gross. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. Tinder's for love only. I know, right, Punksy? You get it. It's nasty as hell. It's gross. Man, these cucumber slices are so inconsistent. Like, honestly, I should be in Ratatouille the musical. Let's be real here. I would kill it. So yeah, Tinder date was there. I'm trying to think what else happened while I was there. I don't know. I mean, so I have a very eclectic group of friends. I've been using it to describe my group of friends. My group of friends is made up of a strange mix of people, and they just all have very different interests and hobbies. And so at the beginning, everyone was just like, I don't know what to talk about. Lorenzo, okay, I was at a cafe yesterday with a friend of mine, and the Ratatouille, like, French song came on. And let me just tell you, I gotta learn it, man. I mean, I can sing in French, so I don't know what's nothing is stopping me. Don't stop me now, because I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Okay? If you hear me, holler. But still. As my neighbor awkwardly shuffles outside in the hall. I'm still getting used to my neighbors and like their sleep schedules and whatever. So my neighbor usually gets home at like 2:00 in the morning, and I feel really awkward streaming sometimes too because I feel like I'm talking really loud. Because they have to know I'm not on the phone. Because it's just like a constant stream of input from my end, right? Like I'm just talking. And either they think I'm just the worst phone companion that's ever existed, or they know. They have to know. Streaming actually isn't that uncommon here. I run into streamers a lot in the street. They're such a good listener. I know, you guys are very good listeners. You put up with so much of my shit. Oh man, I forgot to wash the tomato. It's okay. It's salvageable. Okay. I'm worried because I think these tomatoes are sweet tomatoes. I don't like sweet tomatoes. They have this, it's really strange, okay? So there are these tomatoes that are in Korea that are, like, they taste almost alcoholic. It's kind of crazy. Like, if tomato could be a wine, if there was a tomato wine, please don't make this a thing. But if there was a tomato wine, this is what it would taste like. It's super sweet. It's like, it's way too much for me. It kind of almost tastes like if there was a tomato Chardonnay. Because, I mean, if you know anything about wine, which I barely do, the only reason I do is because I had to cook with wine in college because my roommate was really into cooking. But, alas, besides the point. So, Chardonnay is a very sweet wine. If you gathered that from how I've been describing the sweet tomatoes, yeah, that would probably be very good for Bloody Marys, actually. I don't really drink that much, says the girl with the handle of whiskey on her counter, but it's fine. I got it as a gift, okay? It's not mine. I honestly don't drink whiskey. I don't know why my friend got it for me. Good gift. Good gift. If you ever want to know what never to get me, don't get me whiskey, because I'm just going to end up pouring it for other people and never enjoying it myself. I mean, whiskey is fine. It's just not my favorite. I'm not a huge alcohol person, so it's not my cup of tea. My cup of whiskey. I do like tea, though. Man, do I like tea. It doesn't, to the average human being that would ever be in my house. Right, that's secret. Yeah, I know, right? Well, this person that got it for me, he's a heavy drinker. Well, he's not, I'm not going to say oops. But he likes alcohol. So I wouldn't be surprised if he came over and he'd be like, pour me some whiskey. I wouldn't be surprised. So, yeah, that's not a surprise to me. So, very astute observation, Lorenzo. But no, what I was saying about the tea, right, is I have many flavors of tea. Shot for every alas in Shakespeare. Yeah, I know. I should do a drinking stream. Oh, it's a little bit sweet. It's not too bad. I should do a drinking stream because I said that I would think about it. You know what? We'll do it. We'll do it kind of like karaoke stream, right? We did it after 50 for karaoke. I'll do it after 100 for drunk stream. Ooh. I'll bring out, what's a good English drink? I don't know. Because, I mean, whiskey's an Irish drink. Or Scottish? Mead. I'm dead as hell. That's so funny. Yeah, let me just whip out the mead real quick. Hell no. No. But I'm thinking, I don't know. Did I cut that right? Yes, I did. Did I? No. I didn't. Oh, man. I cut the tomato wrong. Damn it. Shit. Now everything's ruined. I don't know what to drink for that. Because, I mean, I want to drink something British. I don't want to just, like, whip out some soju and be like, yeah, Korean-style Shakespeare, let's go. Every time he says alas, take a shot. Every time he says, how now, brown cow, take a shot. Every time he says, gin, absinthe. Fun fact about absinthe. It is illegal in the U.S. to drink absinthe or sell absinthe because people used to think it was a hallucinogen. Look at us now. Not hallucinating. I've had absinthe before. I remember when I was living in Spain, so that was the first time I ever, actually went, really hard and went drinking. Absinthe was my drink, which is already just, a red flag. XP. Madrid red flag. That sounds like a really good drink, though. Order red flag today. Right, I know. Well, the thing I like about absinthe, right, is that it gives you kind of this, it gives you an effect that you don't get with any other drink, which is it gives you this warm feeling. It gives you this warm, fuzzy feeling in your heart, right? And it makes you feel oh no, it's nice. It's like if the feeling of love or passion could be, what is it? If the feeling of love or passion could be made into like a physical feeling, I feel like absinthe, after like it makes your heart fuzzy, is a good way to represent it. The stuff you can buy is not made with the traditional ingredients. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. I know. I need to get an absinthe dealer. Hold on. I'm placing my salad into the salad area that it will go. I don't know where it will go. Where will you go? My fridge is tiny, so I have to really like make this work. Ah! The tomatoes are rolling. Tomates are rolling and hating. I know, right? That's what I'm saying, fun drugs. Like, it's nice. Right, fun drugs, or should I say fond rugs? Plot twist, it's been fun drugs all this time instead of fun drugs. Damn, that would be nice. Thank you, Lorenzo. I agree. I thought that was really good. Okay, now to polish off this healthy piece of crap that is this salad. I mean, it's actually, it's nice. You know, it's got red and green. Or if you're colorblind, it's like all brown. Depression. Okay. I'm gonna put some apple cider vinegar in this puppy. A lot. I put a lot in there. It's like the lady meme where she's like 2 shots of vodka, glug 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 glug. How now, brown tomatoes? I know, right? How now, brown cucumbers. And some olive oil, just a little bit. And then I do a little bit of pepper. I like how I'm saying I do a little bit of pepper like I've made this salad before. I haven't. I usually, well, the thing is, bell pepper is so expensive here, man, because it's imported. Yeah, man, it's so expensive. So I don't use bell pepper anymore. I'm putting in rosemary. I have seasonings. I have a seasoning rack. Hell yeah, I do. And then I'm gonna pop whatever I didn't use back in there because I'm disgusting and no one eats in my house anyway. Yeah. Gotta keep it in the budget, okay? Gotta make this shit last as long as I can. Okay, and then we're gonna put some basil in there. Just a little bit. You don't need too much. You just need a little bit. Okay, you can still taste it. It's fine. Just like put that stuff in there. Same thing. I'm not gonna put thyme in there. I usually only use thyme for like meat. Pork. It's really good for pork. And it's really good for chicken. I use them for both. Yeah, I'm gonna use my salt. This is my salt. Oh man, ramekin. But it's not a ramekin. It's a tiny teacup ramekin. Kind of. I couldn't find a salt shaker. Okay, this is the only reason. I couldn't find a salt shaker, so this is the ramekin. My father went on this like really big rampage about how he wanted a ramekin for salt whenever I was in high school, and I stole a ramekin from like an Olive Garden for him because he wanted a black one, not a white one, because otherwise you can't see the salt inside. And so now I'm a convert and I have my salt in a ramekin. Ta-da! That's my story. I am a thief. Okay, I am a menace to society, or at least to an Olive Garden. I was really worried because I was thinking, oh man, if they charge us, I was like, I shouldn't use my card because then they're gonna charge me for this ramekin. So I should pay in cash so that they don't have any way to charge me for this ramekin. Yeah, that's why I fled the country. That's correct. Okay. I'm gonna eat part of the salad on stream because I'm hungry. Oh yeah, this is the part of the like cooking show where people go, and now we're gonna taste this amazing fresh garden salad. Wow, that's so delicious. This is the best salad I've ever had. I'm so glad you were here with me. I thought I sat in the vinegar. Sorry. I have to go outside after this. I'm buying shoes from a person on the internet. There's just tomatoes and cucumber, man. That's it. Tomatoes, cucumber, vinegar, and olive oil. Let's go. This is my snack. And this will be my snack for the next 4 days, okay? Get over it, punk. Oh man, this is actually pretty good. I'm actually pretty surprised. That sounds terrible, Fun Drugs. So you got a veggie burger. And they didn't tell you it was a veggie burger. They just said it was a garden burger. Man, that's so like Olive Garden to constantly disappoint. Man. What a franchise. Can't stand it. Okay, we're gonna turn off this backlighting. Boop. It was like $12. Of course it was $12. It was a veggie burger. That's how they are about veggie burgers. They're like, wow, you're vegetarian? Well, let me tell you something. That's expensive. And it's like, man, it depends where you live though. Because I mean, in some countries, they're not too expensive. But in some countries, it's very expensive to be a vegetarian. Like, man, you gotta work for that diet to work for you. I think it was unintentional, Lorenzo. I think Fun Rugs was, you know, I'm dead. I'm dead, Lorenzo. Just eat the trees and the leaves. Yeah, I agree. I do that too. You know? Just go to the park. Do as the squirrels do. That's my motto. Eat sand. Come on. How else am I supposed to get fiber? Let's go. I love eating rocks. I know some people who are even weird about like different kinds of plants too, like eating plants. It's strange, man. I mean, you eat what you want to eat, but I'm gonna eat some meat. Yeah. Forage like an animal. We are animals, punk. I was talking about this with somebody actually the other day. He was like, we're human beings, not animals. And I said, well, we're mammals, man. Like, I hate to break it to you, but we are actually animals. And he was like, yeah, I know, but we're higher thinking animals. And I said, yeah, sure. But like, keep that in mind with your argument. Oh man. Hello to Jokos. Thank you for popping in. I wanted to say hi to you too. Man, 4 a.m. That's a rough shift, man. Whew. I'm trying to think. You gotta go to bed soon. You gotta go to bed in like a half hour to get your 8 hours. Ah, thanks to Joko. Killing it. We have now started reading a single line of this play yet. But, we're gonna be fine. So, It's very exciting. I'm just eating salad at the moment. Yeah, it's pretty good. Sorry, I'm trying to slug through this salad as fast as I can. I'm a very slow eater. Oh yeah, Jokos, you tuck yourself in, and you get to bed. Heck yeah. Oh man, I'm such a slow eater. No, I think I talked about this on stream a couple days ago. Good night, Jokos. I'll see you next time. So, what was it? Oh yeah, I do. I eat a lot. Thank you, Lorenzo. It doesn't look like it right now, but like I can really pack it in if I need to. But right now I really do not need to. It's snack time. Man. I have a friend who's on a diet right now. And we were talking about how her diet works. Because I invited her to the housewarming party and she was like, man, y'all are going to be eating all of this food that I cannot eat. Because her personal trainer said she's not allowed to eat carbs past like 5 o'clock. I was just like, man, bro. Hell no. Unless it's like vegetables and fruits. But she can eat potatoes though. Which potatoes are the best form of carbs. Well, one of them. Bread's great, but I know, right? That's when the day resets on drugs. I'm also not a clean eater. I haven't mastered the skill of eating yet. I can't believe I just spilled food on stream. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. So embarrassing. I have revealed myself in a way that I have not wanted to ever reveal myself. I'm really bad at eating. I spill something pretty much every time I eat. On my clothes, or on the floor, or on the table, or on the surface that I'm sitting on. Oh my god, the amount of times that I've spilled things on my couch, or on the bed. There is an orange stain on my comforter that's the size of a circle. Because I put my orange down on the bed, because I was like, oh yeah, I peeled this orange. It has like the protective layer of the inner orange protective layer. That is the technical scientific term. And that was not true. No. Because no matter how protective the inner protective orange layer is, it will not protect anything the size of a circle. It will not protect anything from the juice inside. Because you know what? The inner protective layer of an orange has a weakness for the juice inside. It says, maybe just a little bit is okay. But the thing is, the inner protective layer doesn't understand physics and the fact that liquids are the shape of the container they are within. So once that container is punctured, it will become the shape of wherever it is. And therefore, my sheets are the container of orange juice. Well, maybe I'm laying in an uncomfortable position, like on my side, and I peeled it, and I was like, It seems like there's a 75% chance I could choke to death on this orange. So then I orient myself to where I'm not on my side. Or not sitting upright because I just can't eat in general. And then, yeah, you just like put it down for a sec. And then you like pick it up again. That's it. That's all it is. Right, exactly. Lorenzo, you get it. Orange death. It's rough. I did it. Okay. I'm gonna clean up this mess. Then we're gonna get started. Okay. Let's use this awesome waiting screen that I have. Oh my god! That looks so good. Okay, it's time. I got her. Fun fact though about Korea, in case you were wondering. So when you clean something up, you do not use paper towels or a towel. You use toilet paper. Okay, sick. So, we finished Act 1. What happened? Well, Hamlet saw his dad and he was like, damn, that's nuts. And then it's because his dad's a ghost, by the way. And then Ghost Dad was like, yo, your uncle killed me. And he was like, Unky Cornelius? And he was like, yeah, bro, he's a bad dude. And you gotta kill Unky Cornelius. And he was like, what? Me? Papa? I'll do anything for you. And his dad was like, bet. And Hamlet was like, you can't tell anybody what you just saw, Horatio. Or, what's the other guy's name? I don't remember what his name is. Marcellus. Get out of my business. I don't even like you guys. Man. Okay, so that's what happened. That's it. That's it. Have we been reading this quickly? Not at all. But we're going to get there. So, we're in Act 2. Whoop whoop, Act 2, let's go. Okay, so we're in a room in Polonius's house, right? If you do not remember, Polonius is Lord Chamberlain. Okay? The Lord Chamberlain has a son and a daughter. His son's name is Laertes, and his daughter's name is Ophelia. And Ophelia supposedly has like a thing going on with Hamlet. Allegedly. And Laertes is like, Ophelia, stop that, bro. Don't sleep with him. He's a hoe. Plot twist. I don't know if that's true, so I'm going off of Laertes' word. But I don't know if Laertes, I haven't heard it from Hamlet, so I don't know if it's true. So anyway, Polonius and Ronaldo come in. Who is Ronaldo again? Is Ronaldo one of the guards? I think he is. Right? Right? Wrong! He's Polonius' servant. Okay, got it. So, Polonius says, give him this money and these notes, Ronaldo. And Ronaldo says, I will, my lord. And I think this is for Laertes, because Laertes is on a voyage, a sea voyage. And Polonius says, you shall do marvelous wisely, good Ronaldo, before you visit him, to make inquire of his behavior. So Polonius is just like, make sure also, Ronaldo, when you're there, I want you to ask people around the area where he's living at the moment how he's doing. Like, is he acting nicely? How many women has he slept with so far? Does he have a wife now? I'm waiting for him to get a wife. Ronaldo's like, my lord, I did intend it. So Ronaldo's like, I am a snitch, okay? Do you see these stitches right here? Polonius says, very well said, very well said. Look you, sir. Inquire me first what danskers are in Paris, and how and who, what means, and where they keep what company, and what expense in finding by this encompassment in drift of question, that they do know my son. Come you more nearer than your particular demands will touch it. Take you was for some distant knowledge of him, and thus I know his father and his friends, and in part do you mark this, Ronaldo? And Ronaldo says, aye, very well, my lord. So he's giving him like a list of questions to ask to the people that live around that area. Polonius says, and impart him, but you may say, not well, and if it be he, I mean, he's very wild, addicted, so, and there put on him what forgeries you please. Marry, so, none so rank as may dishonor him, take heed of that. But, sir, such wanton, wild, and unusual slips as our companions noted, and most known to youth and liberty. Okay, so he's just like, okay, if he's being stupid, I need you to tell him that I do not approve of this, and I need you to, like, put him in his place. Ronaldo says, is gaming, my lord? Yes. If Laertes has been gaming and playing too much Fortnite, you gotta get him off of that, because you know what? He's older than 12 years old, and if he is playing this at the refined age of whatever the hell age he is, you know, it ain't it. And Polonius says, aye, or drinking, fencing, swearing, quarreling, drabbing. You may go so far. Laertes live, I know, right? Let him do his own thing. Well, I think the biggest thing is he's courting, right? He's not married. And so he wants what's best for his son because he wants his son to get married, right? And so he's like, bro, don't let him do anything because otherwise nobody's going to want to marry him and they're going to think he's like this loose cannon who likes ladies, and alcohol, right? And so, I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, crazy side tangent, like every time we stream. So, oh my God, my students. So I work at a new school now. I work at a school with older students. They're not adults. They're like elementary and middle school age. They swear so much. They swear in Korean, and I'm like, bro, don't say that, dude. Like, they say the F word. And I'm just like, dude, what? Don't say that, bro. Like, chill out. I think it's because they think it's cool, but at the same time, it's like, cool it, man. I mean, I know that's just like any day in Australia, but it's whatever. Okay. And Ronaldo says, my lord, that would dishonor him. I mean, to be fair, Lorenzo, I feel like they have a swearing class in Australia. It's like swearing 101, and it's from birth. Or like in kindergarten, they're like, A is for, and they're like, us. Right, I know, right? Anyway, Polonius. Faith, no, as you may season it in the charge, you must not put another scandal on him, that he is open to incontinency. So, dude, the fact that, okay, if you don't know what incontinency is, they have a nice little footnote in here, and you know what it says? Habitual licentiousness. That's so helpful. That's so helpful, because sometimes I will look at the footnotes and be like, okay, maybe I'm not 100% sure what they're implying, but I'm pretty sure. And then I look down and it's just like, wow. Thank you so much, Dover Thrift Editions. It is so helpful. Normally they're good, but like that was not it. That's, I know, right? Exactly. I'm so glad. I am so glad I know it means habitual licentiousness. Right, I know it. Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking of incontinency anyway. Because it seemed like he was cool with the ladies, or gentlemen. I don't know, but probably ladies. But I just wanted to see and double check, and nope, licentiousness, naturally. Okay, that's not my meaning. But breathe his faults so quaintly that they may seem the taints of liberty, the flash and outbreak of a fiery mind, a savageness of unreclaimed blood, of general assault. And Ronaldo says, "But my good lord!" And Polonius interrupts him. So, "But my good lord, wherefore should you do this?" That's what Polonius says, "Wherefore should you do this?" Because I tried to do I don't know how to do an action to show that there's an interruption that happens. Anyway, Ronaldo says, "I, my lord, I would know that." And Polonius says, "Marry, sir, here's my drift, and I believe it is a fetch a warrant. You laying these slight sullies on my son as 'twere a thing a little soiled in the working. Mark you, your party in converse, him you would sound, having ever seen in the predominant crimes, the youth you breathe of guilty, be assured, he closes with you in this consequence. Good sir, or friend, or gentleman, according to the phrase of the edition of Man and Country." So, okay. Essentially, Polonius is like, get buddy-buddy with him. Pretend that you guys are friends. Pretend that you enjoy his company, even if you do not. Because let's be honest, nobody really likes his company. And I want you to get as much information out of him as you can from him, the source, before you get it out of other people that are in the area, okay? Ronaldo says, "Very good, my lord." And Polonius says, "And then, sir, does he this?" He does. What was I about to say? By the mass, I was about to say something. Where did I leave? And Ronaldo says, "It closes in the consequence at friend or so, and gentleman." So, I feel like Polonius is really old. Well, no, because I do the same thing. I forget. I literally did it during the stream where I forgot what I was talking about in the middle of my cooking stream. At the beginning of this. It wasn't a cooking stream, but still. Anyway, so Ronaldo is reminding him where he is in his little rant, and Polonius says, "And closes in the consequence. I marry." He closes with this thus: "I know the gentleman, I saw him yesterday, or t'other day. Or then, and then, with such or such, and as you say, there was a gaming, there overtook in his rouse. There, falling out at tennis, or perchance I saw him enter such a house of sale, videlicet, a brothel, or so forth. See you now, your bait of falsehood takes this carp of truth, and thus do we of wisdom and of reach, with windlasses, and with essays of bias and indirections, find directions out. So, by my former lecture and advice, shall you, my son, you have me, have you not?" And Ronaldo says, "My lord, I have." Okay. So, Ronaldo's like, yes, so get buddy-buddy with my son. But then, after you get buddy-buddy with him, and he tells you, all of this out of proportion, blown out of, either these lies or these, stories of hyperbole, go actually ask the people that are in town, and then see if he's telling the truth or not, or whatever what's actually happening. Polonius says, "God be with you. Fare you well." Ronaldo, "Good, my lord." Polonius, "Observe his inclination in yourself." Ronaldo, "I shall, my lord." Polonius, "And let him play his music." Ronaldo, "Well, my lord." And Polonius says, "Farewell." And Ronaldo exits. And Ophelia enters. But there's no flourish, so I don't know why I did this. Let's unflourish. "How now, brown cow Ophelia? What's the matter?" And Ophelia says, "Oh, my lord, I have been so affrighted." And Polonius says, "With what, in the name of God?" Ophelia, "My lord, as I was sewing in my closet, Lord Hamlet, with his doublet all ungraced, no hat upon his head, his stockings fouled, ungartered, and down gived." Gived? Yeah, I think it's gived. Down gived. Gived, I'm dead. To his ankle. Pale as his shirt, his knees knocking each other, and with a look so piteous and purport as if he had been loosed out of hell to speak of horrors. He comes before me. Hello, Kermes. I know. Welcome. So yeah, Ophelia's just like coming to her father in absolute horror, and she's just like, Hamlet did this horrible thing, and I am so upset, and she's saying that he like tried to do some pervy stuff, and Polonius is like, mad for thy love. So she's describing it as he can't control himself around her, and he's just like, he can't even keep his pants on, man. Or shall I say, his pantaloons. He can't keep his pantaloons on, right? And so, thank you for the follow, Kermes. I appreciate it. And Ophelia's just like, yeah, it's so bad. Men in pants. Oh man, men without pants. Women in pants. It's just so erotic. I'm kidding. Okay. And Ophelia says, my lord, I do not know, but truly I do fear it. Pants everywhere and nowhere, right? Pants on horses, pants on men, pants on women, pants on books. Right. So many pants problems. My God, I don't know why there are so many problems when it comes to pants, man. It's a mess. Okay. So Polonius is just like, oh, he can't keep his pants on. And Ophelia's like, I don't know why, I'm afraid. Polonius says, what said he? So this is going to be her recounting. Man, those pantaloons better had pockets. But I don't know, did they have wallets back then? They had, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they had pocket watches, right? So probably. I would think they had pockets because they didn't just like dangle them down. They had them inside, right? Or at least in the historical movies that you see. So it would make sense if the pocket watch was invented by then. But I don't know if it was. Watch history is really interesting. Fun fact about watches. What? Really? Pockets were invented? What? When were pockets invented? Dude. What? There's no way. There's no way. No, they started 500 years ago. Lorenzo, don't feed me lies. By Stephen Pocket. Ah, you deceptive man. Okay, so pockets were invented 500 years ago, right? But dun, 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 dun. Whoa! Women used to have dresses with pockets in the front built in. That's nuts! No, pockets were invented by Alanis Morissette whenever she put one hand in it, and then the other one was giving a high five. Duh, everybody knows this. Anyway. Hold on. I gotta plug you guys in. Small physical stuff history. No, the interesting thing about watches, right? So watches were a really hard thing to invent because everything about clocks, I'm pretty sure, I think it's based on gravity. Clocks are based on gravity, question mark? Oh, it's based on altitude. Okay, it's based on altitude and like stuff like that. Okay. I know, they should be called looks, right? Instead of watches. Okay, but history of watches. So hold up. Okay, so watches, okay, clock watches came around. I remember, I don't know why I know about this. Yeah, they should be called looks, right? That's what I'm saying. So pocket watch came around in the 17th century, right? Which means, this is just me doing this. So Shakespeare might have been around whenever the pocket watch was around. But it would mean that pocket watches really only became a thing right as Shakespeare died. So maybe not. Because otherwise men would wear these like clock watch things on their neck. And the only reason like a watch was really I don't know. Oh yeah, watches could only be on land. They couldn't be on the sea. That's why. Because like the motion would mess everything up. I don't know. Okay, I have to do more watch history because I completely forget. Anyway, okay. We were talking about something else. Oh yeah, we were okay, Ophelia's shaken. She's shooketh. Hamlet can't keep his pants on. Got it, okay? And it does not have a watch in it because pocket watches aren't invented yet. And Ophelia says, he took me by the wrist and held me hard. Then goes he to the length of all his arm, and with his other hand thus over his brow, he falls to such perusal of my face as he would draw it. Man, this sounds smutty. Anyway, long stayed he so. At last, a little shaking of mine arm, and thrice his head thus waving up and down, he raised a sigh so piteous and profound, as it did seem to shatter all his bulk and ending his being. That done, he lets me go, and with his head over his shoulder turned, he seemed to find his way without his eyes, for out of doors he went without their helps, and to the last bended their light on me. Okay, so she's saying he grabbed her, pushed her. Oh, wait. I'm making things up in my mind. Okay, maybe Shakespeare is not the smutty one. Okay. So he grabs her by the wrist, and then he like pushes her back with her arm, the full length of his arm. And then he like puts his hand on her hair, on her face, and is like, wow, so beautiful. And then he lets her go, turns around, but then with his head he's still looking at her. So it's like this. He goes like this. And then he opens the door without looking at the door and then leaves. That's it. That's what happened. I don't want to talk about it, Lorenzo and Punk. Okay, stop. Don't come after me. And Polonius says, come, go with me. I will seek the king. This is very ecstasy of love, whose violent property foredoes itself and leads the will to desperate undertakings, as oft as any passion under heaven that does afflict our natures. I am sorry. What? Have you given him any hard words of late? And Ophelia says, no, my good lord, but as you did command, I did repel his letters and denied his access to me. So Ophelia has not been writing him letters. She claims she hasn't been writing him letters. She claims she hasn't been contacting him. She says that, all of this stuff, and he's just like, did you say anything to him? Did you protest? Anything? She's like, no, I didn't say I didn't like it, but at the same time, I haven't been doing it. I've been doing the things you told me not to do. That wasn't part of the list. You didn't say tell him no when he grabs me and caresses my face. So I didn't say no. This girl, I swear. And Polonius is like, that hath made him mad. Oh, okay. So he's saying, oh, because you didn't say no. He's crazy about you now. Because, also with the lack of content or the contact that you have with him. Right? I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Shakespeare was clearly in it to win it. He was like, man, I know what the ladies like. And the ladies like it when you caress their face at an arm's length distance. Okay? Let me tell you. Whoo! Okay? And so Polonius says, that hath made him mad. I'm sorry that with better heed and judgment I had not quoted him. I feared he did but trifle and meant to rack thee, but beshrew my jealousy, sorry. By heaven, it is as proper to our age to cast upon ourselves and our opinions as it is common for the younger sort to lack discretion. Come, go we to the king. This must be known, which, being kept close, might move more grief to hide than hate to utter love. Come. And then they exunt. They exunt together. Just picturing the dude with an outstretched hand flat on her face thinking, fuck yeah. I know, right? I know. I'm just trying to imagine a dude being like, this is the move. Which, honestly, I've seen weirder things when I go out dancing, to be honest. But, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. What's up, bro? Long time no see in the chat. Anyway, yeah, I've seen weirder things when I go out to, like, bars and stuff. Because guys will do weirder things than just, like, this. It's... yeah. Maybe Shakespeare had more game than some guys in modern day. Just saying. Okay, a room in the castle. Yeah, you should try it next time, Lorenzo. You should test it out and see if it works. You know, when you go out to court a woman... Tinder. See, right? We were talking about Tinder earlier, right? Tinder has an 85% success rate for marriage 65% of the time, right? And so you should try it on your first date. I'm sure you should be like, this is the Shakespeare technique. This is the Hamlet technique. But you have to have it fully outstretched. You can't bend it. You have to fully outstretch your arm. Or stretch out your arm. Okay. Anyway, so we're in scene 2 now. That scene is over, okay? No more erotic content for the night when it comes to Hamlet. So we're in scene 2. It's a room in the castle. It's a castle room. And we flourish. Right? Enter the king. Enter the queen. Enter the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, and all of the attendants. It's going to look like I'm hailing. No, you have to, no, Lorenzo, you have to grab her. You have to grab her wrist. That's what I'm saying. You don't do that. No. You don't do that. Don't do that. You hold her like that, and then yeah. It's way worse. It's way worse than anything you can suggest. If you don't want to get arrested, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, okay. So, the king says, welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Moreover, that we much did long to see you. The need we have to use you did provoke. The need we have to use you did provoke our hasty sending. Something have you heard of Hamlet's transformation, so called it Sith? Nor the exterior, nor the inward man resembles that it was. Yeah, he's a Sith Lord, man. Yeah. Hamlet is now a Sith Lord. Continuing on. What it should be more than his father's death that thus hath put him so much from the understanding of himself, I cannot dream of. I entreat you both that being of so young days brought up with him in Sith. Man, they keep bringing all of the Sith up. In Sith, so neighbored to his youth and behavior, that you vouchsafe your rest here in our court, some little time so by your companies to draw him on to pleasures, and to gather so much as from occasion you may glean whether aught to his unknown afflicts him thus, that open it lies within our remedy. Yes, inward. No, inward. Yes. Okay, so the king is welcoming Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. He's like, my boys, what's up? Welcome to my castle, man. Haven't seen you since before I killed the king. Just kidding, I didn't do that anyway. So, I need your help with Hamlet, because he's having a time right now. And the queen says, good gentlemen, he hath talked of you. And sure I am. 2 men that are not living to whom he more adheres. If it will please you to show us so much gentry, and goodwill as to expend your time with us a while for the supply and profit of our hope. Your visitation shall receive such thanks as fits a king's remembrance. So, the queen is also just like greeting them. And Rosencrantz said, both your majesties might by the sovereign power you have of us put your dread pleasures more into command than to entreaty. Okay. I'm trying to, hold on. Both your majesties might by the sovereign power you have of us put your dread pleasures more into command than to entreaty. So they're just like, oh, we're not really doing anything, man. Don't worry about it. This is cool. This whatever, And yeah. So okay. Thanks, Lorenzo. Anyway, okay. I was trying to do the same thing. Cool. It's so weird, right? These bots, man. They're so strange. Hi, Mayori. Nice to meet you and see you in chat. I know, right? Man, Reddit. They really know how to... They've really upped their advertising game on Twitch. What can I say? You are the best. You are the best. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, that makes me feel so much better. Okay. Okay. So Guildenstern's, but we both obey, and here give up ourselves in the full bent to lay our service freely at your feet to be commanded. So Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are essentially just like, my king, my queen, we're here to just chill and hang out. And we will do anything you want to do. Just for you. Okay. So, the king says, thanks, Rosencrantz and gentle Guildenstern. Can you imagine somebody being like, oh, thanks, bro, and also gentle, bro? I mean, I know it probably just means he's referring to them as like a gentleman, but making gentleman smaller to where it's gentle, and it's a proper noun rather than gentlemen, but gentle Guildenstern. We're here to hang out while you do your dread violent stuff, but we're still your man. Yeah, exactly, right? I know. Well, no, I just find it funny because it's like, look who it is. It's Mr. Titan 3000 and the gentle John. And it's just like, bro. I already don't have a cool title. You don't have to put a gentle in front of it. The gentle Megatron. Anyway. Oh, dude. Okay. But then the queen flips it around and says, thanks, Guildenstern and gentle Rosencrantz, and I beseech you instantly to visit my too much changed son. Go, some of you, and bring these gentlemen where Hamlet is. I like how... I like how the queen is talking about Hamlet as though he's going through puberty. She's like, my changed son, finally, he is... he's no longer prepubescent, he's pubescent. Oh, finally, he can bring me a grandchild. It's so awkward. Anyway, so Guildenstern says, heavens make our presence and our practices pleasant and helpful for him. And the queen says, aye, amen. And then there's a bunch of exulting. Rosencrantz, Guildenstern, and some attendants exit, and Polonius enters. Hello, Light. Nice to see you in chat. I like your giraffe emote. I've never seen it before. Giraffes are cool. Anyway, Polonius says, the ambassadors from Norway, my good lord, are joyfully returned. And the king says, thou still hast been the father of good news. And Polonius says, have I, my lord? I assure my good liege, I hold my duty as I hold my soul, but both to my God and to my gracious king. And I do think, or else this brain of mine haunts not the trail of policy so sure as it hath used to do, that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy. So, Polonius is like one of those, what is it? He's like one of those royalty simps. Man, I never like these characters. He's like, I am dedicated to the crown, and whoever wears the crown, I am dedicated to thee, and I will serve thee as well as I can, to the best of my ability. Not a fan, man. Not a fan. And the king says, oh, speak of that I do long to hear. Oh, yeah, Polonius is like, I know why Hamlet's going through puberty, aka getting really crazy. And the king says, please, tell me, Polonius. Polonius says, give first admittance to the ambassadors. My news shall be the fruit to the great feast. And the king says, thyself do grace to them and bring them in. And then Polonius exudes. And then the king says, he tells me, my dear Gertrude. Ugh! Not the name Gertrude. My great-grandmother's name was Gertrude, but I really don't like the name Gertrude. It's such an old lady name. He hath found the head and source of all your son's distemper. I know, right? Exactly. I think it's really interesting how he has all of these characters who are very respectful to the crown and like do all of these things. Because I mean, you have to remember that Shakespeare is an artist and he's getting paid by people who have money. And it's just like, you gotta do what you gotta do as an artist. I get it. Because I mean, whenever I was doing commissions for compositions, back when I was doing more composition competitions, you have to really just be like, wow, I really love all of the work that you've done in the philanthropy, and it's really great. And it's just like, bro, I don't know you or anything about you. Gertrude is the lady who lost her cat in RuneScape, and she'll always have a place in my heart. Oh, that's a cute anecdote. I've never played RuneScape. I've heard it's a really good game. My great-grandmother's name was also Gertrude. Lorenzo, we're related. I'm also Australian. No way. Shakespeare's time was pretty far back. Yeah, I know. Some old lady name. That's true. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Well, yeah, and I think, so this is interesting too, right? This is an interesting perspective, Maori, because like, if you think about, we're going to get into music real quick. Hold on. Because this is what I actually know about, is I know about composers and stuff. So, Mozart, he wrote a bunch of operas. He only wrote the music, but he didn't write, what's it called? He didn't write the lyric. He didn't write the libretto, right? He only wrote the music for it. But he was really interested in a lot of operas that had to do with like this power struggle between the people who were in the lower class versus the higher class. And he really liked it whenever the people of lower class would outsmart the people who were higher up, which is more of a, like, it only started happening within the last 300 years that was even allowed to happen in music. So, that was a pretty big deal. Anyway, continuing on. But yeah, Shakespeare was not alive for that. Otherwise, I feel like Shakespeare would have explored that more. So, Polonius exited. Yeah, okay. So the queen says, I doubt it is no other than the Maine. His father's death and our over-hasty marriage. And king said, well, we will sift him. So the queen is like, I don't think he's going to tell us anything about, Lorenzo, I swear, okay? I just don't swear here, okay? Just saying. So the queen is like, I don't think he's going to tell us anything new. Polonius doesn't have any info that we don't have. The king is like, well, we'll just let him give us the gossip anyway because I want to hear some theories. Have you heard lately? Polonius told me that the earth is flat, okay? I love hearing his little crazy stories about how we go around the sun, and maybe the earth might be round, but I don't know. I think it might be more of a cube. Anyway, so Polonius comes in with Voltimand and Cornelius. Who are these people? Oh my gosh. Okay, Voltimand and Cornelius, they're courtiers. Ooh, I see you. Okay. And the king says, "Welcome, my good friends." Hey, Voltimand, what from our brother Norway? And Voltimand says, "Most fair return of greetings and desires. Upon our first, he sent out to suppress his nephew's levies, which to him appeared to be a preparation against the Polak. But, better looked into, he truly found it was against your highness, whereat grieved that so his sickness, age, and impotence, don't bring a man's sex drive into this, was falsely borne in hand. Sends out arrest on Fortinbras, which he, of brief, obeys, receives rebuke from Norway, and in fine makes vow before his uncle nevermore to give the assay of arms against your majesty. Whereon old Norway, overcome with joy, gives him 3,000 crowns in annual fee, and his commission to employ those soldiers so levied as before against the Polak, with an entreaty herein further shown." And then he gives him a piece of paper. He's like, "Look at this. It's my cousin." That is all of the proof in the paper, man. You see this man? He's got red hair. That's how you know. 3,000 crowns. "That it might please you to give quiet pass through your dominions of this enterprise on such regards of safety and allowance as therein are set down." And the king says, "It likes us well. And at our more considerate time we'll read, answer, and think upon his business. Meantime, we thank you for your well-took labor. Go to your rest, at night we'll feast together. Most welcome home." And Voltimand and Cornelius exit. Man, poor Cornelius didn't get a single line. Voltimand just had to break this down. I know, 3,000 crowns, that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, so essentially they're just ratting out Norway. They're like, dude. Oh wait, no. They're rallying against Poland. And the ruler of Poland, aka the Polak, which I mean is technically I don't know why they can't just call him the King of Poland. Anyway, he was pretending that he was super sick and old and couldn't have women. Anyway, but they were like, we got through this, and then we came to a decision to invade Poland and take everything that they have, and they will never ever rally against Denmark ever again. The king says it likes. Oh yeah, he already said this stuff. Well, yeah, of course, right? Well, I mean, think about it this way, right? If you can travel through a place, you can have access to more places. So, if anything, having access to more places is more valuable than just having land. And it depends on what these people are doing, right? It depends on why they want access through, or travel access through this area, right? Okay, so then the king said, Polonius says, "This business is well ended, my liege and madam, to expostulate what majesty should be, what duty is, what day is, night, and time is time. We're nothing but to waste night, day, and time. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit, and tediousness the limbs and outward flourishes, I will be brief. Your noble son is mad." Mad, call I it. For to define true madness, what is it but to be nothing else but mad? But let that go. Polonius is just yeah, he's crazy. Anyway, that's the end of my spiel. Like and subscribe, man. That's it. That's all I can. Thank you for listening. The queen's no matter with less art. Polonius says, "Madam, I swear I use no art at all. That he is mad, 'tis true, 'tis pity, and pity 'tis 'Tis true, a foolish figure, and farewell it, for I will use no art. Mad let us grant him then, and now remains that we find out the cause of this effect, or rather say, the cause of this defect. For this effect defective comes by cause. Thus it remains, and the remainder thus. Perpend, I have a daughter, have while she is mine, who in her duty and obedience mark hath given me this. Now gather and surmise. Okay. So then he reads. Since brevity is the soul of wit, I know, right? It makes no sense. I love how Polonius literally does the most long-winded crap. But then as soon as anything important comes up, he's like, I'll be brief. And they're like, can we get deets? And he's like, oh, of course. Well, now that you want me to talk about it. So anyway, he opens this thing from Ophelia. To the oh no, this is supposed to be from Hamlet. To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautiful Ophelia. That's an ill phrase, a vile phrase. Beautified is a vile phrase, but you shall hear. And then he keeps reading. In her excellent white bosom, these, etc. And the queen said, came this from Hamlet to her? And Polonius says, good madam, stay a while, I will be faithful. And he keeps reading. Doubt thou the stars are fire? Doubt that the sun doth move? Doubt truth to be a liar? But never doubt I love. O dear Ophelia, I am ill at these numbers. I have not art to reckon my groans, but that I love thee best. O most best, believe it, adieu. Thine evermore most dear lady, whilst this machine is to him. Hamlet. This in obedience hath my daughter shown me, and more above hath in his solicitings, as they fell out by time, by means and place, all given to mine ear. And the king says, but how hath she received his love? So he's just reading receipts. He's like, I have the receipts right here, okay? I have the proof that he has been writing her letters. And the king's just like, how does she, are these from him? And Polonius says, what do you think of me? And king says, as a man faithful and honorable. But the king is kind of, he's like, I don't know if this is real, man. I don't know if this is actually from him, bro. This doesn't sound like him. Yeah, this is not his priority. And Polonius says, I would fain prove so. And what might you think when I had seen his hot love on the wing, as I perceived it? I must tell you that before my daughter told me, what might you, or my dear majesty or queen here, think? If I had played the desk or table book, or given my heart a winking, mute and dumb, or looked upon this love with idle sight, what might you think? No. I went round to work, and my young mistress thus I did bespeak. Lord Hamlet is a prince out of thy star, this must not be. And then I prescripts gave her, that she should lock herself from this resort, admit no messengers, receive no tokens, which done, she took the fruits of my advice, and he, repulsed a short tale to make, fell into a sadness, then into a fast, thence to a watch, thence to a weakness, thence to a lightness, and by this declension into the madness wherein now he raves in all we mourn for. Polonius is a little bit dramatic. Because he's coming, I don't know where he got this whole idea that it was depressed and then he didn't eat and then, became just this, really crazy, whatever. Yeah, he's a kettle. That's exactly what he's just blowing steam, bro. And the king says, do you think 'tis this? And queen says, it may be very like. And Polonius says, hath there been such a time? I'll fain know that I have positively said 'tis so, when it proved otherwise. Don't you hate when people take the fluffs of your advice, or the fruits of your advice, and then fall into sadness? It happens. I mean, the thing is, sometimes people don't want to take the advice, or people know that the advice that you are giving is the right advice, but at the same time, it proves to be a result that they aren't liking. But yeah, I agree. Oh, it's the pot calling the kettle black. No, I disagree. Because he's making he's making it more dramatic than it actually is. Because Hamlet isn't fasting. Hamlet isn't doing these things as far as we know. Like, Hamlet has been fine. Right? He hasn't been starving himself. I know he's been a little bit depressed, but yeah. So that would make Ophelia and Polonius the kettle. But I think Polonius is the one who's coming up with a lot of these details, because Ophelia is starting these rumors, and then Polonius is further making them into something bigger. So, yeah. Okay. And then, so yeah, Polonius is saying to the king, because the king's like, I don't know, man. And Polonius is like, have I ever told you something that wasn't right? Have I ever told you something? And the king's like, no, I don't think so. Polonius, pointing to his head and shoulder, take this from this, if this be otherwise. If circumstances lead me, wait, no, not this from this, if this be other, no, take this from this. He's saying behead me, if this be otherwise. If circumstances lead me, I will find where truth is hid, though it were hid indeed within the center. And the king says, how may we try it further? And Polonius says, sometimes he walks 4 hours together here in the lobby. And the queen says, so he does indeed. And Polonius says, at such a time I'll lose my daughter to him. Be you and I behind an arras then. Mark the encounter. If he love her not, and be not from his reason fallen thereon, let me be no assistant for estate, but keep a farm and carters. And the king says, we will try it. And the queen says, but look where sadly the poor wretch comes reading. And Polonius says, away, I do beseech you both, away, I'll board him presently. Oh, give me leave. Okay. I'm going to stop here today because, yeah, we have a lot to go through tomorrow, but that's fine. So, Hamlet just got into the living room. Polonius is going to inquire about anything, or just like he's going to be like, hey, Hamlet, how you doing, bro? What's up? That's what's gonna happen tomorrow. I don't really know how that's gonna go for him. I don't think it's gonna go well, to be completely honest with you. But yeah. Thanks for coming. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate everybody that came in today. Saw some new faces, which was very exciting. I'm very happy about that. I always love when new people come. And I hope you had fun today. Tomorrow I will be back. And I will be streaming. So I will see you tomorrow. Last Tuesday was a little bit of a kerfuffle, but this week it will not be. So I will see you tomorrow. If you feel like it, feel free to follow. If not, that's okay. I will be posting this right after the stream ends on my YouTube channel. And you can watch it anytime. I am going to post my moving video on my YouTube channel in the future. I gotta edit it. But yeah. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming. I will see you then. Good evening, good day, and good night. Or good afternoon. Okay, goodbye.